Hello, friends. Welcome to another Say It Loud podcast. Very excited this week to have Torino Black on number one because they're probably going to be taking over Spain soon with their awesome rock music. Number two, they always keep the bolas en el aire. Number three, they're going to be playing with Fair City Fire at Stubbs for the Shake Your Bones album release show on April 14th. We had Sisi and we had Sexy Saul. They were the recipients of the ATX6 Project award this last year, so Sisi got to travel around the world, and she shared some of her experiences with us. They have a great EP on Spotify you can hear called Food for a Therapist, and they just shred. Like, to me, it was like this great balance, and we talked about it, of kind of like Saul's Iron Maiden-ish type guitar balance with his like flamenco sound, and Sisi has these incredible vocals, and I can't wait to see them live this Saturday at Stubbs. Be sure to come on by, and make sure you check out Shake Your Bones, Fair City Fire's new album. You can get it at faircityfire.com. It'll be on everywhere: Spotify, iTunes. You can buy it physically at the show. These guys are good. You're spoiled. If you live in Austin and you're not going to go see these guys, you're crazy. This is going to be a great show. I can't wait to see you there. So Torino Black with Fair City Fire. Enjoy. If you guys need another Miller High Life, we got a bag here.
Bag of
shoot
Miller
me
High
the
Life.
You guys are prepared.
Shoot me the eyes. The
yeah.
Miller High Life
Just-
eyes.
Just thank you.
Anybody want any water or anything?
Got High Life.
Wow, that's a room full of nose to water.
I got High Life. What do I need water for?
This nerd cares about hydration.
Hey guys, welcome to Say It Loud podcast with Fair City Fire. I'm your host, Matt Jones. Today we've got Brett. He inaudibly said Clint.
Hello.
Clint is here. That's a big deal,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Clint's segment's not happening
Yeah.
tonight.
Clint doesn't even like these.
Yeah.
He's here right
Clint comes to about 25% of our podcast. So we
It
do.
might be like 30%.
Yeah.
I'll give you 30.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue.
I'll give you
that.
29.
I'll give you 30.
1 and 3.
I'll
One
give
and
you
3.
35 if we want to. We can make it. Welcome to the show.
Brian.
Hi.
Hi-yo. And Joe.
Hello, hello.
Fair City Fire guys. And we have Torino Black in the house tonight.
Hello.
Very exciting. Well, we've got Sisi
Hello, thank you. Hello.
and Saul. Hola. Saul Arteta.
So sexy. God damn it.
Man.
Nope. Too sexy.
Too sexy.
We have a meter. We have a meter on this show, and it just went all the way to red.
You just broke the
Can you
meter.
keep the sexiness down? Thanks.
Yeah, you're your sexy is automatic. That's not fair, right? Just the accent, tall, dark, and
I know.
handsome. He has the coolest microphone here.
Yeah.
It's like if he
That's
spit in that
true.
microphone, nobody would even know. You know, he wouldn't.
He cooks
he'd look cool.
paella.
Yeah.
That's
And he's
paella.
doing
Don't worry, Matt
paella
doesn't just say that
contest.
to all the
Thank
guys.
you, thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Thank
I
you.
mean, well, clearly the tie here is the April 14th show at Stubbs,
Hell yeah.
rapidly approaching. So Fair City Fire, Shake Your Bones, the album release show at Stubbs. Get your tickets now. It'll be in this, if you're listening on iTunes or go on the Facebook, like the link will be there to buy the tickets. And Torino Black.
Well,
And this
yeah.
is the first gig for you two together.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
imagine, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we were kind of just talking about how there's been people like recommending to both of us separately that like you guys should play with Torino Black or you should play with Fair City Fire. So
No shit.
kind of cool. It's happening. Yeah.
Stars have aligned.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Has that been a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We really have been
Yep.
told by several other bands, like, oh, you play rock and roll, you guys should play with Fair City Fire.
Dude,
Oh,
that's
well,
great.
there we
Like
go.
each other.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to have it finally happen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great.
What does... I couldn't figure out what Torino meant, because I know it's like an Italian city, like Turin or Torino,
Torino,
but
yeah.
is that where it came from?
Well, I can try. Yeah, we used to we used to practice in a house. Not right, like 2 years ago, we started practicing in a house, and we bought like this Torino poster, like Torino from Martini. You guys know Torino Vermouth, and we were like always looking for names. It was pretty complicated. And one day we were standing, looking that poster was Torino Black. Boom.
Boom.
So easy like that, but then we were like,
It was the first
It was-
space that we had really had as like, so we have the phase of going to music lab, right? When you first start
Oh yeah.
when you're playing, you go to music lab a ton. You try and find all these avenues that are like, what's the best way as a musician in this town to be able to practice, that it be economic, etc. And we did that whole phase for a bit, and then we were like, that's just unloading, blah, blah. While music lab is incredible, we just needed something that was a little bit more feasible, and we had the first spot we ended up renting as a home, with members of the band, was one that we had nothing. We'd never had a house before, so we didn't have any decorations. So we went to Goodwill, got a poster.
I got that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a poster at Goodwill he found was this Italian woman, holding a vermouth, and it said Torino on it, and it was the first thing we ever hung in the first practice space that was really ours.
Cool.
So
That was it,
Torino,
yeah.
and then black like our souls. I don't know. It just ran. Like,
Boom.
whatever.
Yes.
That was awesome.
That's the floor.
Black like our souls.
I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
Our souls.
It does have a good rhythm to it.
You think you're in charge.
Yeah, that's all I
I
have.
like it.
That's a good story behind
Sounds
it.
like
I
it could
that.
be its own color, too.
Torino,
Torino
black.
black.
Torino,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've got
It's
onyx.
darker than black,
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got obsidian, and we've got
Charcoal?
Torino black.
Yeah. Really
Charcoal,
brings out your
obsidian, and Torino black.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and absolutely.
And black matter.
Torino black. That's the color of his Cadillac. Ah, it rhymed.
Yeah.
Poetry.
It worked. Perfect. But we were actually right before you walked in. I didn't realize you were walking in, and we were kind of rocking out to your. I guess it was from 2016. Was that your?
It's an old record. Or our
Yeah,
first
the EP.
record, yeah.
So yeah, the songs I was really digging. It was food for a therapist.
Yeah.
That was the EP, but that 3-song stretch of. Well, I guess almost all of it. Actually, never mind. Not 3, but the whole thing.
just the whole
So
thing.
I kind of dig the whole thing, but was it Hello, Warehouse, and Fire?
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is why these guys are gonna play together, and it's gonna be,
Oh, yeah.
like, you could feel the energy.
Hello was
I
a good
mean,
one too.
yeah.
Hello was
Hello, sweet.
hello was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I love
And we
that.
were talking about, I'm kind of like an old like new wave of British heavy metal fan. So I've always been into the Iron Maidens of the world, but
Mm.
Fire, that song especially. Oh, you're
Totally.
raising your hand, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, yeah. You
That
play
was-
guitar, so you dig it, right? Yeah. You get that feel where it was, that kind of.
That was the I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Iron
I
Maiden
mean,
fan.
so that was intentional to like put
And that
some
was
kind of like
totally
rock and riff in
intentional,
there.
yeah.
I love it.
That's awesome.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Totally.
But I'm very excited to see you guys live. I've seen you, I think, on the Balcony TV
Yeah.
and the KUTX.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you've definitely made your mark in terms of the Austin TV or internet TV circuit. And in the past year, you've achieved or you received the ATX 6
Yeah.
project,
Yeah,
which
that was
is
amazing.
pretty awesome. Pretty
It was
cool,
Awesome.
right?
Yeah.
Can you guys tell us what that
Yeah.
is?
So ATX6 is a project where they choose 6 bands or projects or musicians to represent Austin in festivals around the world, festivals and music scenes around the world.
That's Japan,
So we did
Germany,
Japan,
France,
yeah.
Canada. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Japan, Germany, France, Canada. And then we play a big one here. And it's particularly kind of the whole reason you guys were saying about this, right? I said, oh, how long you guys been doing the podcast? And the being able to, like, be inside of the musician world with musicians and hear about it is way more, I don't know, it gives a different perspective when you're with these other musicians you've been playing in the same city with for so long and playing with them side by side and having that, like, touring life. You kind of get the not inside scoop or like the truths of it all, but like seeing someone on, via social media and touring with someone and seeing us all on the grind is equally as motivating as it is like soothing, because we're all seeing each other do it and doing it on the same wavelength. And so ATX6 was for me more than anything, while I adored traveling, it was particularly important to be able to spend time with other musicians in the city that do what we do at the same time but differently. So I was so stoked to be with Mobley, with Taylor from Otis the Destroyer, AC from Go Fever, Lindsay from Little Mazarn, Corey from Croy and the Boys. I adore those bands. I've never gotten to tour with them, and in other scenarios I wouldn't have been able to. So it was
Super
killer.
cool. That's awesome.
So what's the idea? Is it like a diplomatic venture to bring Austin music around the world? Is it just a general music thing? Or, I mean, what's the I guess the overarching MO
I
of
think
that project?
I think initially it was to take Austin musicians that wouldn't have thought to take their music to Europe or had the opportunity to take their music to Europe as like their initial thought. Oh, I should tour out of nowhere, and to get out of Texas. I think it was initially that, and then it just started growing. And Chris Brecht is the producer, and his vision expanded, and other festivals from other places ended up picking up the idea and really really liking it. A project that grabs different musicians from the city, not just like one style of music. It's not just country, which is what Texas is. When you go to Japan, you think they think this one thing, and then it's this realm of things, and so it kind of developed into that. But I think it was less diplomatic and more founded on, how far can you reach, what is possible, and what's not. And the fact of the matter is you don't know until you try. And Chris tried and got a lot of traction and got a bunch of Austin musicians to go places they wouldn't have initially reached out to.
So
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah. That's
Why
amazing.
do you think you were a fit for that project? I mean, what do you think made it like, oh, we definitely need, Sisi on this?
I have no idea. I like to think they liked our music, and
Yeah.
and I don't know. I hope it's that. I can't be like, well, it must be because we're incredible. That would be weird. So,
Was it like a mutually beneficial exchange? Like, did you go there and take something back with you from your
oh my
playing?
gosh, of course.
What kind of?
Of course.
So, what kind of helped inform like your new approach to music or playing right now?
So different cities want different things, right? The crowds respond in different ways. So it gives you like a thick skin, because some cities, even in Austin sometimes, are just like more chill and do the head nod on the back while holding their beer, and you're like, do they even like me? At the end of the show, they're like, I fucking loved it. but yeah, other cities go nuts the entire time. And so for me, it was like visually and energy wise, seeing what I need to be adjusting as a performer, or the way people respond when I do one thing versus another, seeing what's more receptive. And quite frankly, I think any of us could agree, content is really hard in a world that's run by, in a world that's run by social media, and us being able to portray what it is we do on a regular basis. It was phenomenal for us to have like a silver platter of here's your content, track, show everyone what you're doing every day, rather than us just trying, being in our regular cities wondering how much about our day at work mostly do we post before we post some
But
swag
also,
picture of us, wearing something cool.
Doing like, because when you are in Austin for a long time without traveling out, it becomes like you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing exciting, and that's the whole like social media thing. Is like we try to make ourselves look way more exciting than we really are. When it comes down to it, and so like you're saying, content is king. I mean, having as much content as possible
And wanting it to be honest was the different part. It's like everyone wants content. In the fact that something like that happened for us, created honest content. We weren't,
very genuine.
Not that any of it's a bunch of bullshit, but it was so exciting for us to post. Where sometimes here it's part of the job. Mm-hmm. Is posting something, and over there it was like, I had to tell my mom I was okay, so I gotta post something, because that's the only way she'll know I'm like alive in Japan. But two, we were as pumped to have that picture as we were to share it.
Cool. Fucking A,
yeah,
it's awesome. I feel pretty lucky joining the band and being able to see some of the places that we've gone to. I could never, and they're only in the States even. And it's like I never would have been to these places had I not joined the band. And it is really, it's a cool experience. So like you were saying, like it's nice to post a picture from Japan. You're in fucking Japan.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
Like while playing music too, right? You're like
you're there with a mission. You know what I mean? You're like, it's awesome.
Totally.
That makes me think, like, is there any harder show than playing in Austin, actually? Because, like, how many shows do you go to in Austin where it's just, like, regular Austin people, and they don't give a fuck, and it's
Austin's
like...
a tough town.
Austin's
a tough place.
I've noticed from watching shows from, like, other bands in Austin, I think, like, because there's so many musicians, we're, like, a good, like, listening crowd for, like, that kind of music that requires you to, like, sit there and like be quiet and just kind of like respect it. But sometimes we can be kind of snobbish when it comes to like giving back energy. I think
Yeah.
gotta work them up to it. So whereas some cities and places you go to, people are just they want to rage, you know.
Yeah, that's.
They're
you
like
can
up
tell
there
about
just
Spain.
ready to rock out,
Yeah.
That's
not being
exactly
shy
how
about
Spain
it.
is,
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we're all from different places, and I noticed when I moved to Austin, when I would go to a concert, whether it be like a big band like Spoon or Modest Mouse or whatever, like I was so excited to see this band because I come from a small town like Brian and some of these guys, and so it was like, fuck yeah, I get to see, and I'd go there and get so excited, and everyone like we were talking about would just be sitting around like, their arms crossed.
Like,
And I'd be
too cool.
singing like an asshole in the back, just getting excited, and I'm like looking around, and I felt like I was being loud. Like people look at me. What are you enjoying the set?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. So it is strange how Austin takes that.
Well, it's weird sometimes, just a combination of things too, just how the show came together and the atmosphere around it. I know because I want to be that excited music fan myself, but I find myself sometimes really enjoying a band, just standing there being like, I'm the worst audience member right now. I'm just like slightly bobbing my head, probably staring at you with seemingly judgmental eyes, like I'm watching you. But really, I'm just thinking about the music and like that's just,
With that ATX 6 project, right?
Mhm.
Were you guys able to play like any of your hometowns at all, or like? Because you guys went over. I guess you guys went to where they wanted. Have you guys been able to play your like hometowns yet?
Well, so we did a big tour when we started. What was the year? That like 2015. That we did. We toured Spain, Italy, and France. Sorry, when we first at the beginning, which ends up actually being kind of one of the markets that we focus on is in Spain because he's from there, and we got quite a bit of traction
Sisi.
there, and it.
Hell yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was wondering. I wasn't sure.
Sorry, I was just gonna ask what would you say like the most popular style of rock music is in Spain right now?
Oof.
Loaded
Torino.
question.
Is there like
Torino
I heard
Black?
about
Actually.
Torino Black. There's not rock is not like a big thing now. I believe there's a lot of.
There's diehard fans though.
That's a lot of.
Yes, is that like I feel like that could help and hurt you. In
Yeah, it's not
some
easy
way
to
it's
play.
like a gem, diamond in the rough,
Hmm.
but also
Mainly mostly what I hear like in Spain, like rock and roll bands are like tribute bands.
Okay.
Swear to God, there's no chance to seriously like. For me, that's a big issue. There's no like new stuff, like creation, because they are like using all tribute bands in Spain for some reason.
Huh. Do you think that's something where you guys could come in and change that scene, and just because the originality behind what you're doing could make a difference in that
so.
scene, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will fit very well. I think that also we have the chance to be here in Austin, right? To play, to produce, to to build something, and go there and then boom, explode. We have that option.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like that option
It's
too.
not because
That's
the
a good
product,
option,
but
yeah.
because we'd be like sweating every week, playing here and there, make that thing bigger. So the songs are like, bah, perfect life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's not the chance that there's not many bands having that chance in Spain. We were talking about Austin before, but I was telling my friends in Spain, they were like, how lucky I am to be here in Austin, like all these venues offering live shows every night. While in Spain, like Valencia is the third town where I come from, right? It's Barcelona, Madrid, Barcelona, and then Valencia. We are supposed to have a lot of venues, and it's happening little by little, but it's really hard, and you have to pay to play in a venue, or you don't have a chance if you don't have a tribute, so they can't sell tickets if it's Red Hot Chili Peppers, whatever, with Pearl Jam or this and that. It makes sense,
Okay.
but it's hard for the artists. So
Yeah.
that's my thing.
Wow.
I know San Antonio's a lot like that.
Yeah.
Just in that similar area where most of the bands and venues in San Antonio kind of want that cover band feel. And I know it's tough. I know it's tough to to try to thrive in a city or a place like that where it doesn't offer a whole lot for original music. It can be a bummer.
Well, what's cool about Europe, I think, still, you're mentioning about the big bands. I think if you're a big band, you love going to Europe because people will sing like all the words. They will clap in time. Europeans know how to go to a concert. Americans are like the words. They can never they'll start a clap and then all of a sudden it'll get too fast, or they They don't know any of the words after the chorus.
There are a lot of people
You
who
know?
don't know 2 and 4.
Like it'd be great to tour in Europe. I
Yeah.
mean, at least-
Except Fair City
Well,
Fire fans, you guys know all the words.
Yeah.
You're great. You're great.
And Torino
All the
Black
words
fans
and how
too.
to clap on 2 and 4.
But I was just thinking,
Well,
of, like
yeah.
bands like Iron Maiden, like they love that old
yeah,
school.
of course.
Like,
I mean, we have a really good
yeah.
audience and crowd. I mean, we
Yeah.
have a lot of fun. I know that in Spain.
You just got to get those fans. I guess. Then they will.
They're
crazy.
diehard fans.
They
How
Like,
they,
really
they sing with
are.
you, they want to sing. You know,
Yeah.
they want to be part of it. I mean, here too, I guess, but that's how I feel in Spain.
What do you guys think? What's your kind of dream scenario for a show? Is it somebody singing without you guys telling them to? Like if they just start singing a chorus with you? I mean, do you want to do that thing where you like take the 2-minute instrumental break in a song that didn't have one, just so people can get their like chants going? I mean, what's like what would think? What do you think would be like the biggest pump up thing for a live gig?
My favorite thing would be that if people would say, "Hey,"
trying to do this
during. So we have a song called Hand Drawn Records. And
He's trying to get this
and
going.
in the middle of it, it breaks
the
down, and
corniest
it's,
thing.
and it's just snare. It's just snare and hi hat going on, and there's a little bit of everything else, a little bit going on.
Preferably with a fist
And
pump.
we just want people to say "Hey" with us while we hit the snare. You know, if we could get a whole stadium
Yeah.
or something doing that, a whole
It's got
group.
that Metallica feel kind of
Yeah.
chant, like the,
I had a feeling Joe would bring this up. We defer on this particular subject.
If there's more,
At least maybe not begging people to do it. That's what I. Yeah,
if there's
that's
more
where
than
I'm at.
100 of you doing it, we'll do it. Anything less,
man. I
we're
tell you
not
what,
doing it.
yeah. If there's 10,000 people screaming that, I'm gonna fucking.
It has
love
to be
every
their.
second.
It has to be
It's
their
gonna
idea.
be
It
Duly
can't be our
noted,
idea.
guys.
Yeah.
I'll make something happen at the show.
There you go.
Like Joe's dream come true. I guess.
We'll wink when it's time.
Okay.
I'm okay with it as long as it doesn't involve Joe coming to the front of the stage and begging people to do it.
Oh no.
That's all.
No, I'm above that. I'm above that.
Are
trust
you?
me. Oh yeah. Slightly, but yes.
Slightly above begging.
This all has
It's
me
the next
excited
record
for the
title.
release show now. Things to look forward to.
I'll go around before the show happens.
So what about you guys?
Yeah.
what about
What's your Hey song?
Oh yeah.
One of our new
I
songs
saw
is
that.
called
Yeah,
Mama
saw the video of that.
on
yeah.
KUTX.
Hey.
There's a part where there's a breakdown, right? And we go, oh, everybody likes breaking things down. And it's da 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 da. And that's the part where I have weird sounds for the drums.
No, hey. All good.
You're on.
I got it. I understood. I understood what you're
Drum.
saying.
Anyway, I like make people do a clap, and
Nice.
Yeah.
it's implied, and so the dream is that people go, oh shit,
They'll
This
start
is-
without you. Start.
this is
And they'll
my
just know.
part. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and it
Hell yeah.
goes all right. But now you guys
Yeah.
know, so I've at least got you guys to.
Yeah,
just
we're gonna do that.
just it's.
So
You
lead
gotta.
the
I
crowd.
find that when you prepare them for it, they do it more.
Yeah.
Like when I'm like, your part's coming up. Here we go. Like
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh man, okay, I'm prepared. Like I'm ready to go. I'm gonna put my drink down and I'm gonna clap. And I find that when they're prepared, they do it.
Yeah. When they're forced into it, they love it.
Just give them a heads up. That's all I'm saying.
N- I'll
maybe
try
a
it.
heads up.
I
you know?
appreciate.
We talked
the
about this
advice.
before, where we saw a band once that like one of the band members, the drummer, somebody like came down onto the floor from the stage and like was imploring people to clap, like would grab your hands and try to make you clap.
He might as well been doing that. Yeah. I don't know if he was actually doing that, but he might as well been.
This is the part where we all
That's
clap.
like-
yeah, we're starting
that's
to
like-
thing. Yeah.
It's like one step below like begging for an encore.
It
like
was-
for your own
yeah.
encore.
It was
you know?
Does
pretty
anybody
awkward.
want to hear one more song? Please.
It's like right there.
Yeah, it's very close. That's good.
So in terms of, because I was thinking about the idea of, you're kind of going across the world and promoting your band, and I was thinking about the idea of you doing that online, and like you don't seem like you're gonna you're a person that would put yourself out there online too much, because you said you're a face-to-face person, not super awesome at connecting online.
Yeah, that is very much true,
Yeah.
and to a fault. I'm trying to get better at it. I know it's a part of the industry and the business of being a band in that way. That's just not my. You got to know your strengths and your weaknesses, and with my friendships as much as with band. Like, I'm not an online person. You can ask me my friends. I'm terrible at answering my phone or texts. It's just not how I talk. But if we're hanging out having beers or wine or going to dinner or I'm an in-person person. That's how I get it, and over a message and over. It doesn't fit me. But I'm trying, and that's part of the industry. And we have different ways of trying. Partners you team up with, and advice you get from friends that are phenomenal at it. It's a skill. It's a skill set, and recognizing those who are better than you is the most humbling thing, and a learning opportunity. Why wouldn't I take the opportunity to team up with more people that could help?
So in terms of, so doing like any show, like you'll always hang out and like try to meet people afterwards. Like for you, that's the best outreach. Singing
like
awesome
networking?
tunes and like
You mean like networking? Is that what you mean?
Do you ever like? What's your percentage in terms of your interaction with people?
Saul's laughing. Saul's giggling
happening?
over here, and I want to know why he's giggling.
I'm the one taking care of the equipment,
Oh, so you
That's
do all
just
the
the one.
online stuff? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
No,
such a
she's
douche.
the one talking.
Yeah.
I know, grabbing her guitar and stuff and cables.
Oh,
okay.
and
Like,
tuner, you know what I mean? Like,
Like, I'm either not there at all and
I'm really
on a
pissed.
phone, but then we have this opportunity in front of people, and they're receptive, and they come up right when it's kind of inopportune, when you're trying to take off your equipment and get off the stage quick so that the other band can transition on. But you also don't want to be like, sorry, I'll talk to you in a second, and then lose the opportunity to talk to someone. And that's not even a networking thing. That's just like the literally selfish joy of getting to hear someone say they had a good time at your show. Yeah. I don't know who they are or what they do. It's like a little oxygen tank, anytime someone comes up and says, hey, I'm, so-and-so, I really enjoyed your show. So I'll literally drop everything that's going on to the point where it's rude, because sometimes they'll handle the equipment and you're like, okay, this bitch. but
I'm going to take notes on your
Yeah.
situation.
Yes.
Brett, would you
Second
mind
next.
cleaning up all of my things?
I feel like we do that a little bit, you and I, especially more on the duo
It's
side.
already happening and you didn't know?
More on the duo side.
Maybe that just makes me the worst.
I think they do it.
No,
they
I
do it to
even
each
know
other.
this.
They do it to each other.
Here's the
One
thing.
to-
No,
you
it's
know
not.
what I
It's
mean?
not the worst. It's like I genuinely, Brian's excellent at doing that at shows. He's really good at inserting himself in the conversations and finding out, like seeing people like while we play that see us that like look interested and they won't come up, and then he's really good at networking.
That's amazing.
He's excellent. So on the duo shows more often than more than not, and then I'll pack up and like you'll get us paid, you'll book more dates with the booker, and stuff like that. So we kind of fall into our own roles at that point.
That's great.
And it just kind of naturally happens. Like it seems that way with you. Like packing up is kind of like all right, I want to do that because
Getting
I
another
feel the
beer
same
and
way.
packing up,
Yeah, I feel the same way with that. Yeah.
Do you feel like you, not just for yourself, but as a band, do you feel like you're, I don't know, the best way to say it is like the mayor of the band or something, in a way? Like, are you the person that's supposed to be out there, like, shaking hands, kissing babies type of thing? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
It's like wildly
it's kind of a lead singer
unfortunate
thing,
that
right?
it's me.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
it's like really unfortunate if that that it falls on as my task. I love it.
Oh, you love
I'm
it?
just
Yeah, okay.
shitty at it. Like I'm so
okay.
bad at it.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I'm horrible at it. It will get emails or something like, you guys have probably experienced this just communicating with me
emails
on
is different.
Facebook. Like I just don't. It doesn't get to me, or it feels like not real or
Yeah.
something. So I'm like, well, when we communicate, we'll communicate, and I'll make sure that it's potent and full and juicy, and you'll get everything you need from me in person. And I don't know, I haven't caught up with the era or something.
Yeah.
I'm
Feel you.
trying to
Well,
get better.
I feel you,
and-
sister.
It's all right
And
to
it's-
be like just personable like that, and like you just end up hiring somebody to do it. I think it's just an unfortunate part of the DIY age we're kind of in now, is that you're forced to wear all these other hats. Where in the the 70s, where everything, even on a smaller scale, was like you had a manager. Even when you were a smaller band,
Yeah.
you had like somebody taking care of all the stuff from the get-go, and you didn't have to like worry about managing
yeah.
a social media platform. Like you're kind of doing a lot of your own
Right.
marketing. Even though some of the bigger bands, you're expected to have a little bit of that personal commitment online.
Yeah, I don't know. So the great thing about being like kind of this a duo, like co-composers and stuff in the band, and he's a producer and all that, is that we do have that angle of Spain. It's a focus of ours to be playing and circulating Spain more often, and he handles kind of that realm, and so it feels like there's more happening at once. I was really trying to say not two balls in the air, so I was like, how do I say this without being?
You were physically showing two balls in the air.
Say in Spanish,
Damn it.
bolas en el aire.
Bolas en el aire. Whatever, I tried.
Sounds better.
This is why I don't do social
How
media.
do you say that again?
Shit like that.
How do you say balls in the air?
Bolas.
Bolas? Just how can we?
Bolas en el aire.
Bolas.
Bolas.
Bolas?
Bolas.
O pelotas. Pelotas.
Pelotas.
Is
That's better.
Pelotas.
Bolas.
Bolas en what?
El aire.
En el aire. En
Bolas
el
en
aire.
el aire. Bolas
Bolas
en
en
el aire.
el aire.
Bolas
Joking.
en el aire.
Can we
Bolas en el aire.
Bolas
in el aire?
We're gonna see now. This is the
It's
chant that we want to start at the show.
You see what you're doing? You're bringing Hoosier in here. He's getting all excited.
This is the chant that we want to start at the show, and we have to get everybody behind. So when you hear that, everybody,
That's that's your time to
Nah,
shine.
that's your
everybody.
moment.
Yeah.
That's how you let us know that you want an encore.
Can we like call this episode that?
Bolas en el aire.
Bolas en el aire.
None of the episodes have had
Balls in
titles
the
yet,
air.
but I think this needs that.
That would fit.
Too many balls in the air.
Yeah.
So many balls in the air.
Well, and then what I'm also curious about is obviously so Spanish influence and Venezuelan influence. Like, what does that mean? Like, because I see that that's what you guys share. That's part of your biography, I think, as a band. When I listened to your music, I had to see your awesome rock and roll. So I guess I didn't know necessarily. But what do you think you bring from your upbringing, like as a Spaniard?
Well, my guitar was.
Yeah.
Well, all of our clothing and
No,
equipment.
actually,
I'm just kidding.
we started playing together, and then we started playing a lot more of like Spanish kind of tones, like in terms of scales, more than we're doing now, right? And then we were like that gypsy kind of sound. And now in the first EP, we didn't record like 3-4 songs that they were like with that mixolydian Phrygian style or kind of that. And the new ones actually they're more rock and roll, like more basic.
More straightforward.
So I don't know. I'm gonna need to come back a little and bring that half step and
From not an outsider, but from someone that writes music with him. The Spanish influence for me is not just his inclination to do these scales that sound almost flamenco-esque, but like are grabbed onto by his American
Cool.
like likings. Like you mentioned Iron Maiden.
awesome.
So what do you do when you've got someone who knows the flamenco scale but loves Iron Maiden? You end up getting certain
I like that.
thing that to me is what that like that Spanish influence
absolutely,
thing,
Mixture.
absolutely.
I remember playing one song. Sorry, it was Vegas. It was next to Vegas. I forgot. Well, we ended up playing with cajon. We ended up playing with acoustic Spanish guitar, like totally flamenco, like a couple of songs. Remember
Yeah.
that night? That was like 4 years
it was
ago.
a long time ago. But the versions, I guess, of the song, if we were to break those songs down and unplug them, it would end up being a bunch of like flamenco sounding kind of different toned songs, I suppose. But they were
Cool.
rooted in an inclination to go in one direction. But you're like obsessed with some other band too, so you're like, how do you tangle them? Like everybody else, I guess. But he's from there, so for me, looking on this side and hearing where he goes on a guitar naturally is different than
If
other
you
bands
guys,
I've played with.
if y'all ever do an acoustic album, will you call it like Torino Beige?
You know, it's
Or
funny you
something
say
like-
that. We
or
actually,
like
know,
something
we
like
got-
you know what I mean? Like,
Even it's actually funny you say that because we would actually call it Torino Blue.
fuck yes,
Yeah.
cool, yeah, like just
There we
something
go.
else,
Yeah.
black
Yeah.
news, like that's awesome.
We
Okay.
thought about that
No.
already, but yeah, I like where your head's at.
Joe Valadez.
Super cool. I'm right there with y'all. I'm
I
right
would
there with
love
y'all.
to do like an acoustic thing, also like bring in Sisi to the next level when she sings with like other musicians, maybe not other musicians, sorry, other instruments, and like acoustic, like jazzy if we can, mixed with like flamenco style, that'll be awesome. Like even the Fire, all these songs, try to bring them to another dimension. I don't know how to explain.
It's
Yeah.
like that's the MTV Unplugged.
Yeah.
They
Well,
still
yeah.
had them.
Yeah.
No, but then when you change the whole thing, and then she can sing another kind of register,
Register.
yeah, and stuff.
That's cool.
I don't know.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Your voice is incredible, Saul.
Thank you.
Like you,
Oh, yeah.
it is. It's like
All right, bring it down.
Straight
Sexy
to God, I
meter
thought
went
you were
back up
saying
again.
Sexy
Yeah,
meter
bring it
spiked.
down.
Yeah.
Boom. As soon as you said thank you, it spiked up. Went back to the red.
For everyone at home,
Sorry.
just
you got
relax.
the. It's weird. Like
Take a cold bath,
it's so.
everybody.
It's such a nice voice.
at home. Cool off.
It's the voice we always want us to tell us that it'll only be like 2 more minutes or something. You know, whatever you're waiting for. Like it's like it'll be 2 more minutes. It's like, thank you for telling me.
It's like
Yeah,
a small
just-
prophecy every time
Actually,
we talk.
can we start late on purpose so that you can tell everybody that it'll be 2 more minutes, please, at the night of the show?
I feel like you could be at a drive-through window. Like it'd be like, I did not order the cheeseburger, and they'd be like, No, you did. Okay, what'd you get? Yeah, that's fine.
You're right, you didn't.
What did you get?
It's like a little prophecy every time.
It's like a superpower.
It is a superpower.
I did not get
Yeah.
the cheeseburger. That's it's your
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan
That's the number one.
That's
advertisement.
crazy.
You're like, but I have your transcript of what you ordered. No,
No.
sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Do you guys want to play a game name?
Ooh,
We can talk about more stuff, but
TM
Home edition.
Oh, yes, that's amazing.
So we have the game name, but the theme song is written by Michael McDonald.
it did. Yeah. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ready?
that's
Just close your eyes and then listen. Yeah, everybody. Everybody
Okay.
close your eyes
Alright.
and then listen. Michael McDonald's going to start singing.
Okay.
You are playing the name game again. It's home edition. You messed up the name. Game name. Home edition. TM.
My life has changed forever.
So Matt came up with this game that we play, and he calls it the game name.
And it changes every
and
time.
it's never the same game. It's always a different game.
But it's always about games or names.
Yeah, it's a game in general.
Yeah.
Like,
So today,
I got really
Yeah.
excited about that.
he was waving his
Clint's
arm.
not happy about
Which
it.
can't-
Two balls in
Clint's
the air.
like, I'd rather do my segment right now.
This one's
I've
about
never
balls.
heard my
yeah.
segment still. I don't
Hey,
even know what
Saul.
happens.
So how do you say
Find out.
2 balls in the air?
2
Yeah, two.
Dos bolas en el aire.
Bolas.
Dos.
Is that the name of tonight's game?
All right.
Dos
There's
bolas
a
en el
theme.
aire.
So I'm gonna go around the room. What I'm gonna do is name some songs from a band, and you just tell me the band. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Isaac.
This is an easy one tonight.
Oh.
No. This is gonna be good.
We'll see.
This is gonna be good.
It's
You're
sort
gonna
of
be
a
all right.
theme
Well,
coming.
then-
We'll see. Yeah. We'll start. Here we go. Start with Brett.
Yes.
Higher Ground.
Stevie Wonder.
Ooh. That's not the one I was thinking of. But that's
Oh. Okay.
Give It Away.
Chili Peppers. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Sorry.
That's important. That's important.
Yeah.
Judges.
Yeah.
You started with the cover.
Yeah, started with a cover.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
Good
I know.
move.
I like it though. Yeah.
I know. It's
Little
tricky.
little trickery.
Yeah.
Clint. Fell in Love with a Girl.
Blue
Blue Orchid.
Ooh, baby.
7 Nation Army.
The White Stripes. I mean,
Right.
I was singing the song and then I was like, I love the girl. I just could not think of the name. I don't know why.
All right, Brian.
Yes.
Little Black Submarines.
The Black Keys.
Okay. All right.
Nice. Good call.
All right. Sisi. Time. Comfortably Numb. Hey You.
The British band.
Dark Side of the Moon is one of their biggest albums.
Got it. Oh, Pink Floyd.
Yeah, Pink Floyd. yes.
Yeah.
Saul.
Iron
I
Maiden.
feel like you'll know this. Well,
Enya.
this theme.
Is it?
Let's do Snowblind. Fairies Wear Boots. Iron Man.
Oh, well, Black Sabbath, claro.
Black Sabbath. Is that what you said?
Sí.
See? Black Sabbath. All right,
I
so
guess. Hope so.
Yeah,
Hope so.
that was good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Good job, y'all. You guys
All
might
right.
have to give me clues on this
Yeah.
one.
Joe.
Okay, let's hear it.
Welcome to Paradise. Longview. Basket Case.
Oh, Green Day.
Green Day.
Yeah.
I had to get the basket case. That was more my age.
Oh man.
Sorry.
So far, we have
26.
after round.
I don't know
one-
which one we tell you.
That's ageist.
After round one, we have
On the same album. All those songs.
I think we're all at one, and the young cat over here is at.
songs are the same.
All those songs were on the same album.
so after one
There's
round.
only one hit from that album.
There's not. There's like 3.
Yeah, there's like 6.
Joe's just trashing on
All right.
90s punk.
Yeah, dude.
So after one round, we have Red Hot Chili Peppers, White Stripes, Black Keys, Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, and Green Day.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, round 2.
Here we go.
Game name.
Thought there was gonna be some like if you take
I
the
think
second
there's-
letter from every
I think
band.
there's a pattern. I see the pattern already for the first round. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Ooh.
Do you want me to say it out loud?
No, not yet.
I'm interested
No,
now.
no.
No, I got it.
Really gets in it? Okay. People at home are like, you guys are dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not listening to this.
It's so obvious. So
They're like,
obvious.
I always
Do you
turn it
get
off
it?
at the game.
Yeah, now I
name.
get it. So obvious. So obvious.
Yeah, I got it now too. All right.
All right.
Take a second or two. All right.
I am not
All right.
near where y'all are.
Yeah. I get it now.
You'll catch up.
How about
Yeah.
The Rock Wilder? Whatever, man.
The fuck?
I'll be dat.
Oh, I mean,
Tonight's the night. Let's get dirty.
Come on, man. You know this.
Is that the same song?
Think of the pattern.
3 of the same song? 3 lyrics?
You know, even if you know the pattern.
I know. I'm just giving me a second.
like
Just
Raekwon?
give me a goddamn second.
Come on, who's your favorite 90s?
I can get dirty.
Come on. Who'd you write in your notebook?
I don't think I knew that. I don't know.
They're all lyrics the same song.
Well, I'm going for like colors here, so I'm trying to think. I just
Yeah.
fuck, man. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
I think you just said half of it, right?
Yeah. The colors.
What
Someone
did
help
you
me
just
out.
say?
Someone
what
read
did you
it.
just say?
What's the first? I mean,
You swore.
well, what's your favorite? Who'd you used to write on your notebook?
Well, it was Wu-Tang I always
Yeah.
used to write in my notebook.
Is there anybody in Wu-Tang that would fit this at all?
Oh,
I'm gonna be wrong.
You could just
I guess I didn't think. I don't know if Redman was.
he was not.
No, okay.
Yeah, he was not.
Oh.
Method Man was in Wu-Tang, but they
Okay.
partnered up and didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to hire new judges.
Yeah.
I feel like you should.
You guys, but you guys knew that? You all
The
knew-
teacher.
Yeah, you said fuck
Student
man.
has
That's why I said
became-
you said half of it.
Yeah, but you guys knew it was. You guys knew it was Redman?
Yeah.
Did you really?
I just
became a
because of the
student?
theme
You guys
of
are
the
full of
game.
shit.
All
You
right,
guys
it's
are all
Flint's
full
turn.
of shit.
Yes,
Flint's
that's
turn.
perfect. We were right there. That was good. That was good choose.
I feel like once you knew what was going
I'm
on,
gonna go
you
with the
would've
Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
What is the name of any of their
That's at
songs?
least a quarter. That's at least a quarter.
Do their songs have names? I mean, they must, but they don't have
Blue Man
words.
Group? All right.
So I guess they're just.
How about
like,
this? They get a little harder here, obviously. Hard to handle. She talks to angels.
Black Crows.
Yeah. All right. I knew you.
That was also starting with the cover again.
Yeah,
Hard to
yeah.
handle. Otis Redding.
I'm making it tough for you. Brian, let me give you a stiff one here.
Ooh. If I had a nickel for every time you said that.
Romance.
The Reaper,
romance.
Burning for You.
Oh, Blue Oyster Cult.
Yep.
Nice.
What? I don't even know
There's a
the
lot of color
Oh
bands.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
band.
They do the one. They do the one with a whole bunch of cowbell in it. Yeah.
A lot of what?
Okay, I know which one I'm talking about.
Bands
Blue
with
Oyster Cult.
colors in their names.
Oh, yes, that's good. Yeah, I like
All right,
that.
Sisi, you ready?
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's
I mean,
do.
Celine Dion.
uh,
I'm just
Boom! It was right. No. I don't know.
How about Where Is the Love? I Got a Feeling.
Yeah, those kids. What are they called? Where is
My
the-
Humps.
Oh my God, the black peas. Black something with the peas with that are black.
Yeah,
Black
I
eyed peas.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
Right here.
Black Eyed Peas.
The Black Eyed Peas
I won.
with
Ah, I like the
Fergie.
peas that are black. I think they should consider that a name change.
Saul,
I like
turn.
that.
You ready?
Shoot.
All right, so
Dude, I don't even know the
Saul.
bands we're talking about.
Every Little Step.
Uh-huh.
Rock with ya.
Oh, that rings up.
My Prerogative.
What?
My Prerogative. This is like a very American song in the early '90s. From one Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown.
My prerogative.
Here, but here, you know what? Here,
No.
I'll get you one more right here. Ready?
Okay, that means.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, this will be more up your speed. Okay. Let's try Highway Star.
Hombre, eso sí. No,
Hush.
That's.
When a blind man cries. Smoke on the water.
I mean, I know that one from the beginning.
The first one.
Deep Purple.
Deep Purple, yeah.
I mean, I was like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You were like, I mean, who knows?
Hell yeah.
Doesn't know Highway Star if it's not the one.
Yeah, no, you got it. I knew you'd get that. All right, one more.
Thank you.
Let's do Joe.
Ready.
Lazy Eye.
Bible goes west.
Panic Switch. Well thought out twinkles.
Oh no.
Little lovers, so polite.
You know.
It's a little bit tricky.
You know, I'm not.
You can
I'm not
always
sure
call,
about this.
phone a friend.
Can I phone a friend? Can you give me one more?
Brett,
Ring.
or Brent.
Can you give me one more? Give me one more. Give me one more.
Those are all the ones.
Those all ones yet? Well, I'll phone a friend. Brian Wolf. I give it to you.
Silver Sun pickups.
Yeah, silvers.
Ooh,
On
never would have got that.
Damn.
Never would have got
Yeah.
that.
I
See.
Bam.
I see.
That's awesome.
all band names that have colors in their name, like Torino Black.
Oh, sweet.
Game name. TM. Home edition.
Next time I'll study before. I didn't even know the Black Eyed Peas. But
You did know the Black
you
Eyed Peas.
got it, though.
You
You
totally
in
know.
a way.
Yeah, that was you got it.
Where do you get your voice from, Sisi? I mean, not like where'd you get it from, but
Walmart.
I think like to me
It's on sale.
On sale.
The good people over at Walmart.
This is a strangely worded question, not just capitalized.
That's probably the. I don't even think we should go any
Oddly
further.
enough,
Yeah.
oddly enough, in the auto section
were,
of
yeah.
the store.
Barbecue, actually.
rolling
yeah.
back the
Oh.
prices
Home and
over
garden.
there
Oh shit!
at the Walmart.
That is incredible.
Or like the non-auto
On sale.
section, right? Because it's a real voice.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh.
You just have like the voice that I
She did.
think like a lot of women that sing in town want to have. I think try to have, but you actually like have it.
That's like the nicest thing I think anyone's ever said to me.
All right. So it's like I mean, because you can tell because when you sing, like it's a feeling. I mean, it's from the gut. I think it's very original sound. And I'm very much looking forward to see you guys play April
Dude, thanks.
14th at Stubbs.
Yeah.
We're super thrilled.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Yep.
What time does
Shit,
that?
yeah.
What time does that show start? Is it at 9 o'clock?
Doors at 9.
Doors at 9.
Doors at 9.
So
Doors
be
at
there at
9.
like 8:30. You better
Yeah.
be there in
Yeah,
line. Yeah.
because like the lines. So
So many lines. Like,
Yeah.
just, You guys started
we're going at 10
10,
o'clock.
and then
Yeah,
we're
We're
10
on at
o'clock.
11 o'clock.
around
We'll be on at
11.
11.
2 bands.
Rock and
Come
roll.
on out. It's gonna be a great rockin' night.
Fucking
Yep.
fucking A.
That's a fun
Yeah.
idea, right? I mean, I was because I've been to a lot of release shows, and it seems like the thing is do the 3-band thing. So get the first band in there, and then do a middle, probably whatever who's releasing, and then do a closing act. But I like this idea of just 2 strong, like awesome rocking bands that are just gonna murder you for like 2 hours. So come in, get murdered, and then leave.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they're
And go
I think
wherever
they're
you want
great
after that.
times, too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really excited about the set times for both.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're...
It'll be fun.
It's gonna be. Really
No one has any excuse not to be there. Is
Yeah.
what I mean. It's like,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are great times.
There's not going to be any energy left for a third band.
No, I mean it
Yeah.
kind of happens that
Wear
way
'em
too. You know, like we've done that with certain events that we put on, and it seems like sometimes the last band will get just kind of, I don't want to call it necessarily like the shaft, but like, the energy's gone by that time, and it's hard to keep that up, especially if it's like a midnight show or something like that. Like if we had a third band after us, it'd be kind of tough to keep that energy up.
It would, yeah.
Totally.
Pretty cool. I mean, like 2 hours is not a long time to like go just spend in your week going to rock with us. I think so. It'll be like really fun. to
You
go
have
do
no
that.
excuse.
And you have plenty of
No,
time.
it's an
you have,
opportunity.
We're talking
and
to
you have
you.
plenty of time afterwards to go to 6th Street,
Sidebar.
Rainy Street,
Sidebar.
Sidebar.
Hang out at
afterwards.
Sidebar
Come-
with us.
Actually, you know what?
Dude, shout out.
You guys
all
down to
those-
hang out after the
all
show?
those venues.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hashtag
If you're
the
listening
fuck
to
out
this
of
now,
those,
come to Sidebar with Fair City Fire and Torino Black afterwards, and we'll just
Alright.
hang out. We're
What's
gonna
the
be
password?
You could buy us
45%
beers.
chance we'll be
Yeah.
there.
Bolas
Password-
en el aire.
What is it?
The password is bolas en el aire.
Bolas.
Yeah, if you can do
en
that.
el aire.
If you
Yeah,
want to
let's
hang
slide
out,
in
Super secret
if
fan
you want to
Just-
hang out, study it.
Yeah.
And
Make
we're
sure you
actually
tell
gonna-
the door guy
yeah.
that at
We're gonna tell
Sidebar.
the door guy this,
yeah.
this password, so he'll know.
I'd rather not tell him. I'd rather people just say that to him, and then he's like, "Why the fuck?"
Yeah,
I
everybody.
didn't ask you for that. I just need your ID.
Yeah, everybody gets in.
Alright.
You Yes, you're
2018.
fine. Come in.
Yeah, please stop saying that, everybody. Please.
And so that show for Torino Black, are you guys gonna do some new stuff, or where are you right now in terms of like
A very-
material? Like,
Yeah, we're playing new stuff.
I think it's a very exciting part for us to be playing shows right now because they're from our new record, and like anybody who has a first record out and is really invested in their record that's coming out, whenever anyone's like, where can I find you guys, like Spotify, iTunes, and you're like, yes, but can you just like not go until like give me like 3 weeks because I've got new stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're
Yes,
we're obviously super proud of our first record, but the new stuff that we have coming up we're very excited about, and it's what we're playing at shows, and we have a ton of just new energy for ourselves to play, not just for people, you know, but it's a whole different experience when you get to play a new set in a new, you know, lineup than just playing the stuff you've been playing.
you're gonna
for
be
a
pretty
long
pumped
time.
about this gig, huh?
Yeah, man, we're really excited.
How do you guys get? I mean, is it the same for every gig, or do you gotta like?
The way
How do
we
you
get
pump yourself up for
champagne usually does the trick.
champagne? Yeah, good bubbles, any kind of bubbles. I like it. And Fair City Fire, are you guys gonna play the album? I mean, or how are you gonna do the album releases? Gonna be mostly all material from the new stuff.
You just have to wait and see.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. Yeah.
God, you shock me at every
Well,
turn.
good golly.
You don't get any secrets, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys doing any CD giveaways for like best dancer?
Ooh,
the
that's a good
crowd.
idea.
Hey, you're
I
giving
can
us
tear
ideas.
up
Well,
a dance
Maybe
floor.
now. So
Yeah, maybe now.
you should show up early.
Should we have
Yeah.
Matt host the night? I feel like we should have Matt host the night.
Probably.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to give away CDs? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
No,
you can
I'd
give
re-
away a few CDs.
Just the better dancers.
Yeah.
Oh, we can do a dance competition.
Dance off?
probably.
Fair City Fire and Torino Black dance off.
Oh, not between us
Oh,
two.
yeah, yeah,
People in
no,
the
no,
crowd.
that's-
Yeah,
like
yeah,
work
I
together.
don't want any
Between
part
us,
of that.
no,
Like,
like-
best
Oh.
dancer at both
Like
I was
between,
like-
crowds.
like between
in both crowds.
between
That way
the
they have to
shows,
stay there both times. They have to dance at both shows.
Oh.
We're taking the best of both.
I
Could
thought
do
you
a
were
little
saying
game.
like the intermission would be like
Not between. I mean, like
Band
literally
v
between
band
the show,
dance
yeah,
off.
between the shows.
It's like a 2-round dance off.
Yeah.
You better come out and dance your ass
Yeah.
off,
it's important.
people.
Yeah.
We should just force them to play. Make it like, you know, tickets are $10 but everyone gets a free CD with
Yeah.
with playing.
Yeah. If you could put 4 on the floor, you get a free CD. Yeah.
Do it like we do in the streets.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
No, Mike and I haven't tried.
are you
Yeah, he's not even-
Oh,
I'm trying to keep it down so that way
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, we're
until we're like okay with it.
then it sounds like we're just
if
talking
you're
to
listening
ourselves.
to this, just ask it's Fair City Fire for a CD and just say you heard it on the podcast. Just do that.
Just do
How about
it.
that?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what?
Thanks,
You heard it
Nick.
on the podcast. You have to say.
2 balls in the air.
Bolas en el aire. That's our line.
Yeah.
Two o
Dos.
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 Dos bolas en el aire.
Dos.
And
Bolas en el
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
What show?
stuck right there. I get stuck right there. Al aire.
En
And-
el aire.
El aire.
En el aire. Yeah.
En
In
el
the
aire.
air.
And if you
In
can't
al
say
aire.
it, then you just have to do it. You have to say it.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah. Pass.
That's
Pass.
yeah.
So follow Torino Black on Facebook, right? And Spotify. You got that?
Yeah, we got
the
Spotify,
awesome EP on
Instagram,
Spotify, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And April 14th, faircityfire.com. You can go to the Bandcamp right now and pre-order the album. And definitely come to the show. It's also on Stubbs' page, I know. Like if you go to Stubbs and just look at the calendar, you can buy your tickets there. And
Tickets are
Come
also in
on.
the link of our Instagram as well.
awesome.
If
Yeah. What's your
Yeah.
Instagram
Oh,
handle?
yeah.
Torino Black Band.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Well, thanks, guys.
Bien, bien.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sisi and Raul.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And thank you guys for
Gracias.
thinking of us for the show. Seriously, we're very, very excited and
It's gonna be so fun.
taking it as seriously as as if it were ours. It's a big deal. We're really excited for
That's
you
awesome.
guys.
That's the way it should be,
I'm
right?
excited
Let's
for
kill
the
it.
after party too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It's gonna be
Sidebar.
be good.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you in the what is it, the green room with all the Lone Star.
Free Lone Stars.
Yeah,
Camo Lone Stars,
yeah.
if you can find them.
You can find them. Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Wake up!